Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In our previous video, we have discussed about the history optional paper 1 in UPSC and the first part of the history optional paper 2. Today is in this video, we are going to talk about the remaining part of the paper 2 of history optional in UPSC mains. So till now we have discussed about 15th unit, which is about modern India. Today we are going to talk about the units from 16th to 27th. It is about world history. So in 16th unit, we have to look into the topics like enlightenment and modern ideas. What is enlightenment? Of course, we know that it is an European intellectual movement of late 17th and 18th century. So what were the major ideas of enlightenment? Like for example, this particular movement stressed the belief that science and logic give people more knowledge and understanding than tradition and religion. So we have to talk about this. Who are the significant scholars and philosopher of this idea, like Immanuel Kant, Rousseau, and what they talked about uh, is we have to deal with. Then the second subtopic is about spread of enlightenment in the colonies outside Europe. Third topic is about rise of socialist ideas up to Marx, and then the spread of Marxist or Marxian socialism, in the different part of the world. Seventh, 17th unit is about origin of modern politics, the European state systems, the American Revolution. Of course, this is very prominent topic, and the Constitution of America. So, as we know that American colonies were, the colonies of Britain prior to the American independence. There were 13 states, and then they revolted against Britain in order to get uh, independence. And then, the Declaration of Independence, happened in 4th July 1776, and then the Constitution came into existence in 1788. So we have to talk about this, process of American Revolution. What were the causes, of American Revolution? What were the consequences of this revolution? Then the next revolution we have to deal with is French Revolution, of course, very famous revolution in European continent. So what were the factors behind the eruption of this particular revolution, French Revolution? uh, Rise of Napoleon, what were the Napoleon's reform, and what happened after the Napoleon? This we have to talk about in this particular topic from 1789 to 1815. Fourth topic is about American Civil War, with reference to Abraham Lincoln and the abolition of slavery. So American Civil War was primarily caused by the question of slavery, whether should slavery should be continuing or it should be abolished. So Abraham Lincoln, who was running for the presidential campaign in 1860s, he actually batted for the abolition of slavery. And when he became the president, so emancipation proclamation came in in American constitution, and slavery was abolished. So that led to the American Civil War. Then fifth unit is about British democratic policy from 1815 to 1850, parliamentary reforms of Britain, free traders and Chartists we have to talk about. 18th unit is about industrialization, which is very important unit, in which we have to talk about the industrial revolution or English industrial revolution. What were the causes behind the English industrial revolution? Why the industrial revolution for the first time emerged in the England only? What were the causes behind that? Like for example, the country, or you can say Britain. So not any single part of the country was far from the sea, because it is an island country. So you'll see that uh, all of the part of the country was near to the sea. So that was very much in favor of industrial revolution. Then navigable rivers also made inland transport easier. The climate was favorable for this, these activities. And England had also coal and iron and other necessary mineral resources, and several other factors were there, which actually led to the emergence of industrial revolution in England for the in the beginning, and what were the impact on the society of industrialization we have to deal with. Industrialization in other countries like USA, Germany, Russia, Japan, how this took place in other countries. Industrialization and globalization we have to talk about in this particular unit. In 19th unit, we have to talk about nation state system, like the rise of nationalism in 19th century. We'll see that nationalism in this in Germany and Italy. So we have to study about the unification Italy, Germany, the role of course, the role of you know different leaders in both of the countries. Like in Italy, Carbonari movement, Garibaldi, role of Garibaldi, Mazzini, and the young Italian movement in Italy. In Germany, we have to talk about the role of Bismarck in the unification of Germany. So this is another important topic. Then the next topic is disintegration of empires in the face of the emergence of nationalities across the world. In 20th unit of this paper, uh, we have to study about imperialism and colonialism, like South Asian and Southeast Asian, nations. Like in South Asia, we have India; Southeast Asia, we have Vietnam, etc. Latin America and South Africa, how imperialism and colonialism was taking shape in these part of the world. Australia, for example, here also Britain was controlling imperialism and free trade. Rise of new imperialism, where the economic power was becoming the tool in place of military power. So this we have to talk about in this particular unit. In 21st unit, you have to study about revolution and counter revolution. 19th century European revolutions, 1820s, 30s, 48. There were several revolutions which we have to deal with. Then in second subtopic, we have to talk about Russian Revolution, 18th, 17th to 1921. The 1905 revolution, then the two revolutions in 1917 only, and then Russian Civil War from 1918 to 1921. So this we have to talk about. Then in third topic, we have to talk about fascist counter revolution, Italy, Germany, like uh, Hitler, Mussolini. Then fourth topic is about Chinese Revolution in 1949. In unit 22nd, we have to talk about world wars, first and second world wars as total wars. What were the societal implication of these world wars? What were the causes of First World War? And what were the consequences of First World War? Of course, we are familiar with this. World War Second, what were the causes behind this war, consequences of this war? We have to deal with in unit 22. In 23, the world after World War Second, we have to deal with the emergence of two power blocks, of course, capitalist and socialist or communist. One was led by USA and the other with USSR. So this we have to deal with the emergence of two power blocks, the emergence of third world non-alignment movement. Of course, India was playing a very significant role in non-alignment movement. And then the emergence of UNO, United Nations Organization, as the prominent organization of the world, and different global disputes, how UNA or UNO handled those disputes, we have to deal with. In 24th unit, the liberation from colonial rule, like Latin America and Bolivar. Simon Bolivar was a very prominent figure in the liberation of Latin America from colonial rule. The Arab world and Egypt, Africa, apartheid to democracy. Of course, the movement of Nelson Mandela, apartheid, Rang Bhed or apartheid movement to democracy. Then in Southeast Asia, Vietnam was very, important part where this was taking shape. Apart from this, in 25th unit, we have to talk about decolonization and underdevelopment, factors constraining development in Latin America as in Africa, how colonization, uh, you know, was a very prominent factor behind the underdevelopment of these territories. In 26th unit, we have to talk about unification of Europe, post-war foundations, different foundations were being emerging, NATO, the European community, consolidation of expansion of European community, European Union, which came into existence and is playing a very important role in the history after Second World War. In 27th unit, we have to talk about disintegration of Soviet Union, how USSR collapsed, and the rise of unipolar world, because before that uh, the world was bipolar. At one side USA, the other side was USSR, and after the disintegration of Soviet Union, the world became the unipolar, where USA was a single superpower. So what was the factors leading to the collapse of Soviet communism and Soviet Union from 1985 to 1991? Then the political changes in East Europe uh, from 1989 to 2001. And the last uh, topic is about end of Cold War and US ascendancy in the world as the lone superpower. So this is the whole paper, a paper second of history optional, which we have dealt with in two parts. So this was the both of the videos, or all three videos were about the syllabus of history in UPSC mains. In the upcoming videos, we will be talking about different topics related to history and uh, GS. So thanks for watching.